Hey. So welcome to the Module 7, and we're going to be talking about AI in UI/UX design. And this is going to be a practical guide. So first of all, this part will be a theory section, and then we have the one that will be a practical section. Okay, so let's go through this presentation, and let's get ready for the recording for the practical section later on. Okay, everyone. So now what we'll cover today, we'll be covering understanding AI in design, and basically this will be simple explanations. So that will make AI approachable for beginners and user friendliness for how to use AI. And then we're going to go to the prompt library, and we'll have some prompts that will be ready to use for the practical sessions. And we'll be also doing the tools for specific purposes, and we'll dive into the tools that will be used for UI UX design that will make UI UX design easy when you're working with Figma and these AI tools like Galileo AI, Usili AI, UIZ, and ChatGPT, which is generally known. And also, we'll have a 10-minute sprint, and it will be like 10 minutes test run of how we can actually use these AI tools to make our UI UX research and delivery better. Okay, so but don't be afraid because each session is going to have practical examples that we will use as time goes. Okay, so first of all, we're going to do the first part, which is chapter one, and that's understanding AI in design. So now AI is not like taking over everything. Basically, it's your assistant when you're designing. So normally we do more of research back then when we didn't have these AI tools. We just go in and design. We have to do research. We have to do a lot of thinking. But with AI, it's a very good assistant right now when it's in the whether it's in the design industry, graphic design, web design, and also UI design. Now, the thing is, AI is your design assistant. Okay, so think of AI as a super fast intern, which is someone who is working with you or under you, and it can do the boring work in seconds, but doesn't have a good taste. Now, the thing is, it gives you some works, right? When you ask AI for assistance, it gives you some valid points, but it's not really that spectacular. You have to still do some correction. That's what I mean by it doesn't have good taste. So you won't be stuck to it every time you want to do something in front of the AI. No, no, because not all the time AI can be right. There are sometimes that AI have their own glitches here and there. So that's where you come in as the designer. Okay, so let's start with the first point, which is AI as an assistant. So AI, like I said recently, AI is like a super fast engine, and it does the burning work in second. Now you're the boss, and you decide what looks good and what actually works for the user. So no matter anything you generate with your AI tools, you have the final say when it comes to this part. So basically, AI handles the repetitive tasks like everything, the layout and everything, like it gives you this can be here, this can be here. Then afterwards, you make the final judgment. Okay, you have the creative control, you have the final judgment, which means you will place the things accordingly to what the user will use at the end of it. So you might have a layout of a screen like the apps you use on your phone. Okay, maybe for right now, before people can actually go do research and design the app, but now you can actually ask AI to do the app for you. So it gives you a layout, but then you as the designer, you have to arrange that layout to look presentable for your users. Okay, so that's one thing AI does. It's an assistant to you, not just everything. It doesn't do everything. It gives you more of an assistant. Then you do the final judgment and control over everything you do. That I mean, that it gives you everything you do. But then when it gives you everything you do, that idea, that is the thing. It gives you the idea, but you are the one who's going to execute that idea. Okay, you do the execution, you do the editing, and then you take your valid points from what the AI has given to you. Okay, so the next one is UX research. Okay, so now in UX research, now I said earlier that UI is user interface and then UX is user experience. Okay, so for UX research, imagine reading 100 books and summarizing them in minutes. That's what AI does for research. So basically, for design, in the design industry, we have the research part where you research and see how this works with this and the other things work with the other things. Now, these research patterns can help. AI can help you do them. It helps you do them. So instead of you taking time to carry out research on what your clients your user will like, you can actually put that into an AI system that will help you look through the competitors of that thing that you are building, maybe a website or something, right? It gives you everything on that field. Like if you're building maybe a fitness app or maybe an e-commerce app and maybe a donation app. Those things you can actually give an AI to help you to assist you in doing the research, the user experience research, like what do people click the most, what do people relate to the most in that app. That will help you in your own findings and help you gather ideas on what you're working on now. So that is what AI does, UX research, and as an assistant too. You see how these things are related. So AI is mostly just helping, helping. Okay, it's not giving you everything. Like I said here, it helps us understand our user's problem without getting lost in a mountain of notes. That's what I just explained. You don't have to go from one shop or one app to another. You can still do it afterwards, but when you have AI, it helps you it gives you the breakdown of everything thoroughly, so you don't have to do the heavy work. Okay, so the next one it does is UI design. Now, think of AI as a smart sketchbook. Okay, so you tell it your idea, and it draws the first version for you. So it gives you that first idea that this is how your design will look like. So you can give it a prompt like, I want to design an e-commerce app, and it will have this, and this, and this. And when you give it to the AI, it generates the screen for you. Maybe you actually specify the screens you want, like the first loading screen, and then the sign up screen if it's gonna have an account, and all those different um, variations of screens that you need. It helps you do that, so you can actually get an idea of what you are going to do, what you're going to create, right? And like what we did for the store app, which we did as a practical, you can see that we actually created each idea from each screen. We just going. We didn't use the AI tool. Now, if just imagine if you actually use the AI tool for it, it it will be easy. You see, so that's the thing about AI. It just gives you that fast process feel. Like I say here, it saves you from starting with a blank white screen. That's where we all start from. Okay, so this AI can actually help you do that. You don't have to start by creating your iPhone screen and then looking for the tools that you add. No, AI can actually help you generate everything, and then it will be easy for you to continue from there. Okay, and also it helps you understand the usability. The AI helps you to understand usability. So number one, usability of the app. When you're building an app, you know that you have to check everything like the spellings, the characters, the hierarchy, the dimensions, where is this gonna be, where is this gonna be, like all those things, like what color will the button hold, what where would the button be, all those things are very important when you're doing an app. So usability is very, very crucial. You're not going to just design an app for it being beautiful. You have to create an app so it can be used. That is where you can actually get user experience from. So you like it says user experience, user interface. So the interface might must, not might, must actually rank with the user experience. So you can't actually design something that people can't use. It won't be it won't have a meaning, it will just be there. So AI helps you do that. Like AI is like a spell checker, but for designs, okay? So it looks at your work and says, hey, this button is too small. Nobody will see the text. Nobody will see that text. It catches mistakes early. Okay, so AI does that, and these are very crucial when you're working on an app. Okay, or maybe a website, or maybe a landing page. These things are very important. Your spellings, your hierarchy, your buttons, call to actions, all those things are important, and AI can help you do them. So it helps you identify the accessibility and usability issues before they become problems. Because if these are not sorted, it can come in the future to affect you. So that is very, very important. Okay. So the 5 roles of AI in your workflow. These are the 5 roles, and seriously, you should know this that you should be a truth police. Okay. So AI is a copycat. It learns from what already exists. It learns from what already exists. So any prompt you put to give to an AI to work for you, it searches the web. And if you notice, if you've used ChatGPT before, you know that there are some things that you do with ChatGPT, and when you do it with ChatGPT, it gives you references, it gives you links that are connected. If you work with ChatGPT, you notice that it gives you links that are connected to that answer it has given you. So that's what AI does. When it searches for ideas for you, it takes the information from the internet, which means it goes to the various different places that UI designers have already posted their work, like Instagram, Dribble, and Facebook, or maybe Behance, and it goes there, picks those ideas, and gives you your required request. You see at that specific point. So that's what AI does. If the internet is biased, the AI will be biased too. So we have to be the truth police to make sure our designs are fair for everyone. Okay, so that's something you should do. You should always take account of what you're doing. When the AI gives you an answer, you check it and you make sure you don't have any plagiarism issue. Also, make sure that you are genuine in your own way when you're doing your thing. Okay, so know that human oversight is essential to ensure fairness and inclusivity. Okay, know that you're actually adding your own knowledge to it. Anytime you do something, you're adding knowledge to the AI, and then whenever you're taking ideas from the AI, you make sure that you are genuine, take your own points, make sure you do your own thing and create it out of what the AI has given you. Okay, so these are the 5 rules of AI in your workflow. Okay, so you have assistance. Okay, like I said before, it handles repetitive tasks while you maintain creative control and final judgment. Research. Okay, so research it synthesizes user data rapidly, so you don't have to take your whole time. So you turn a mountain of notes into actionable insights, so everything goes directly. You have stored time instead of you taking all the time doing just research. Okay, so design it generates an initial concept from description. So when you describe it, like this is what I need, it gives you the answer speedily, and it eliminates that blank canvas anxiety. Not like you open the software and then you see a blank canvas, you don't know what to do. AI has already given an idea of what to do if you actually use AI tools. And usability catches design flaws, and from button sizes to text and all those things issues. So AI helps you do that, and ethics too. It requires you to be fair in all things you do. Okay, so anything you're using the AI for, you must play fair. Don't be, you take this idea and then you don't reference, you don't try to remove plagiarism from your work. Okay, don't don't do that. Be fair anytime you're working on working with AI. Okay, so the chapter 2 of it is the prompt library. So now UX research and writing prompts. Okay, so now these are practical part of it, and this is something you should do. Each of these texts, I will be dropping this PDF um, on on your drive, and you can actually copy the text from here and use it for your assessments. Okay, so like I said, the instructions, copy these into ChatGPT, right? When you want to use them, okay, you just copy it. So we have the personal prompt. Now the personal prompt is, I'm designing a AG fitness app for seniors. Create a detailed user persona for someone who struggles with technology but wants to stay active. Include their goals, daily frustrations, what would make them feel safe using the app. Okay, so this is a prompt. You can see how detailed it is. This is what you want the prompt to generate for you. You can see it gave the details what they want, which is their goals, frustrations, and what would make them feel safe using that app. Okay, and you can see some people might not know what a persona is. So a persona is not too far-fetched. A persona is actually an easy thing. It's like this. This is what a persona looks like. Okay, so a persona is taking person's data. So you take the person's picture, the age, the bio, the motivation, the goal, the frustrations, personality, technology, brands. Now, this is what makes a persona. Now, imagine for what we have said for that persona we want to work on. Now, the persona said you want the one to be daily frustrations, what will make them feel safe, their goals, and also what will make them stay active. Okay, so these are what will now be the heading for this kind of persona if you're creating a persona like this, and I want you guys to actually try it. Okay, so you can see, you take the person's bio, take the goals, then the next thing will be their frustrations and what you think will help them want to use the app. Those are the headings that will not be, you can actually add these ones as extra when you're doing it. Okay, so this is how a persona looks like. We have different personas. There are different styles, different ways of actually creating a persona. There's no one particular way. It's just about your creativity. Just about your creativity. You can even use a landing page to design a persona. It all depends on you how far you want to go with your user persona. There are different ways of designing a user persona. Okay, okay, so that is how a persona looks like. And then we have for the tone prompt for UX writing and microcopy. Okay, so write 3 versions of an error message for a failed payment. Okay, I know that people, we have seen failed payment before, right? When you are using your app to pay for something, you have this failed payment screen that shows up whenever you're using an app. Like when you're actually wanting to pay for something and then it doesn't work, it shows you a failed payment page saying try again, or would you want to try this instead, all those things. You see, this is an app, this is a prompt that you can use for generating that kind of thing. So it said write 3 versions of an error message for a failed payment: professional and serious, friendly and helpful, short and direct. Make sure the user knows exactly how to fix the problem. Now, this prompt alone can actually help you in even designing without even using an AI tool. If you agree with me, we'll talk about it in our live section. Because number one, with this one, you'll know that you are creating something that will make the user know how to use it, how to fix the problem personally, if there will be a contact button underneath that will help them contact the the customer care or the support team. Those things are vital when you are doing this kind of prompt. And you see, this prompt has given you an idea of what to even do in a blank screen. So that's just it for this one. And the layout prompts, which can be used on Galileo and UIZ. Also, you can use it on Visually too. Okay, so design a modern, clean landing page for a sustainable coffee brand. Okay, now you can see that it gives instruction, use FA zone like forest green and one page, include a hero section with a shop now button, a section for our ethics, and a grid for featured product. Now you can see all this. This is a prompt that can be pasted on UIZ and Galileo AI. Now, these prompts, when you do them, you put them on UIZ. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Okay. So when you do that, you will notice that it's going to give you this kind of design that you have envisioned here. That's how it is. AI helps you create it. Now you're bringing your ideas to life quicker. That's what the AI does. Like I said, it eliminates the time for research and those long processes of thinking and gives you, the layout readily, and you just have to edit it. Okay. So the how might we prompt? How our users are frustrated because the checkout process takes long. Generate 5 how might we questions that focus on making the payment experience faster and more rewarding. Now you see how you have actually asked the AI to help you generate 5 might we questions. Now these questions, when you put them on ChatGPT, it will give you the questions. That's why I say ChatGPT it's helpful. It's helpful like generally. So when you do that, it gives you that the questions, then you copy and paste them into that screen you want it to be in. You can see how helpful it is. Now back then we had to do research, copy and paste on different presentations we've done to create a screen. That's how we do back then. But now it's easy to get those things from AI. You can generate screens, content for screens, a lot of screens that you want to do. That's how AI does. It helps you create content for your screen, so you don't have to leave empty screen and low its own tests. You see all those tests, you can actually remove them. Those texts, you can remove them. You just need to put the real text that you will use for the app directly instead of those dummy types. Okay. So now for chapter 3, we're going to talk about the tools. Like I said, ChatGPT. Right? ChatGPT is used like we use it for words. Right? It's your writing partner for buttons, emails, and user story, and also content in your app. So it helps you with the UX copy and micro copy, user stories and scenarios, research, synthetics, and error messages and notifications. Everything detailed gives you everything you need, the text and everything. You can ask it. There are prompts that you can use, simple prompts like I want to design an app for this. I want a welcome page, that page, this page, that page, and all those things for it. And when you tell it, you will now say you want content text for each of those pages. It will give you everything you need. Everything, all the text for each of the pages directly, so you don't have to stress yourself. Okay. Now for the UIZ, it's useful speed. Draw a messy sketch on a napkin, take a photo, and watch it become a real screen. So you can actually just draw a sketch, you can upload it on UIZ, and then it gives you the screen, like it generated for you. That's how wonderful it is. Even with a prompt too, you can do that. You see how easy it is nowadays. Normally we do the UX on a sheet of paper, but then wireframing we can actually design it if you want to, do digital way, and then there's the other way you just need to draw it on screens. It doesn't have to be perfect, but with UIZ you can actually just draw those ones and then you put it on UIZ and it makes it a good screen. You just need to edit it afterwards. Wow, making presentation very easy. It's so good, so good. And then we have Galileo AI. Now Galileo AI might not be open to everyone because it's mostly for um, company-based people. It's like companies that actually have like they want, so basically just company, they don't, like individuals can actually access it much, mostly for companies that are big, using it for demos and using it for their client problems. Galileo is very good, and it's used for ideas. Okay, so you know where to start and ask it for design, and then you make changes on your own, and then you make it yours. It's yours. It's very very good. Then visually, this is a very very amazing tool for it to stage for. Each of these things are paid for. They are premium and then they are free. You know, ChatGPT is premium and free. So visually is also premium and free. And premium for visually can help you do a lot. You know, it's used for wireframes and also the layout directly. And it's the easiest way to turn screenshot of an app right into any app you like, any app at all you like. You can take a screenshot of that app and it will turn that screenshot into a layout you can edit. Like it turns it into a layout that you can edit. So you just need to copy it into Figma and you are good to go from visually. It's a very very amazing tool. But the thing is, it has to be on premium for you to do that. But when you actually want to, they give you points to use. So those points are what you can actually use to generate them. Each point that finishes, you have to wait till the next month again for you get a new point. Like ChatGPT gives you three generations of image a day. For basically, you have points every time you use those points. It's exhausted. You have to wait till the next month again for a new. Okay, so helps you to do screenshot wireframe, also layout, competitive analysis, reference app cloning, and layout abstraction. Very very good. And then this is our last part of it. Now these are the exercises that you're gonna do. Okay, like I said, this is gonna be on um on your assessment board. You're gonna see all these things. You're gonna have um you're gonna use ChatGPT to write a prompt, and you're gonna generate it with UIUX or Galileo or VCL, and then you're gonna just follow the instructions here. Okay, you're gonna follow the instructions, and then when you're done with it, you show me during the section, or you're gonna be two options. If you're free to show me, or you submit it on the assessment link, I'm gonna create a folder for it, or you submit this assessment. Okay, so now, like I always say, it's good to start designing AI because it will help you. Like in the long run, it's gonna help you a lot. And you should always remember, AI is your intern, okay? Not your replacement. You are way better. Each day you practice, you become better. And each day you deliver something, you do it amazingly well. So you bring the taste, the judgment, and the human understanding. That's what one thing UI can AI can replace. Okay, so you decide, you empathize, and then you protect. Okay, you decide, empathize, you protect. Okay, so you know what looks good for users, you know what works for them, you understand what the human needs. AI doesn't do that. It just gives you something shiny and that's it. Okay, and then you should always make sure that you ensure fairness anytime you're working on it. Okay, so remember, after this you can actually watch the practicals for each of the AI tools, and that will be on the next video. Okay, so like I said, don't be afraid. AI is not taking your job. You're good. It just helps you work faster and better. Okay, so I'll be expecting you guys um, assessment to be done, and also for you to submit it, or you show me on the live session. Okay, okay, guys, bye.